Hello friends and welcome in another video. If you don't know me, my name is Anna and this is my channel Anna's Passion. I hope you find something really inspirational. I hope you find some tips and tools and ideas what to do, how to create, how to begin your crafty journey. If you are a beginner, if you haven't done any crafting yet, then I hope you will find something for yourself here. Do you remember the video when I created this box and accordion folding album? Today's video we're gonna be actually decorating the album itself. We're not gonna decorate all pages together, we'll just take it as it comes, and it's gonna be all series when we'll be decorating the album together. So I hope you stay tuned and you will select the paper parts whatever you've got in your stash, and you will be creating and taking the ideas from me. I will be working with the newest collection by Sara Alcobendas from Stamperia, the Climbed collection, which is absolutely incredible. If you don't have this collection in your stash yet, then I would recommend you to take a look at this because it's just so cool. So without any further ado, let me reverse the camera and we can meet at my desk and we can start decorating our album together. So we are at my desk now. This is the box with the album inside. So let me just take it out from the box and we can start decorating together. So I'm going to just put my box aside and we can just work on those parts first. We will see how far we'll go with the decorating together today. I don't want to get those videos too long to be overwhelmed, and then you might think, oh, it's a bit too much what we're creating today, I need a break. So I'm just going to take it with the different steps. It's going to be quite a few series with regarding finishing the album off. So obviously whenever your time allows you to create whatever you're feeling like you're wanting to create, then by a minute is entirely your choice. There is no pressure whatsoever, and of course you can always stop the video, you can reverse it back, you can pause it, you can speed it up, whichever you feel. You've got the opportunity to do so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the paper first, and I'm thinking I will go with this page, which is really pretty, really beautiful landscape, really beautiful background there with the beautiful crackles, with the bluish, greenish, turquoise actually colors. And I think I will start decorating from this side. So when we're closing our album, we're actually folding to this angle. So let me just trim the strip of the paper and we can start measuring everything together. So the code for the paper what I will be using is SBB834 if anyone needs it. So I'm gonna just move that aside for a moment and I'm gonna bring my trimmer and I'm gonna just cut my strip off just so I can start measuring from here. Okay, so we have that off, and now we can just measure across from our first flap what size do we need. Remember that our base is 13 centimeters by 13 centimeters, and I always like to keep just a little bit smaller margin. Let's just put like this on maybe like 2 millimeters. That will be just more than enough. So let me just make a little marks. Where do I need to trim my paper? So I know where I need to trim my paper. So what I will do, I will just go and just cut it off like so. Here we go. And in this end, like that. Okay, so we have our first square for our album ready. That didn't trim properly. Let me just use the scissors and just cut this off. There we go. That will be just perfectly fine. Yes, I'm okay with that. Okay, so what I'm thinking maybe put that square like this, like that, And then what I wanting to do is I want to create maybe a little pocket as well. So I'm thinking I will just, now let me just have a look. What do I want to do? Is in fact, that is actually looking better that way. Yeah, we can keep it like this. In fact, maybe like this. Yeah, I like the gold on this side, so I can keep it like this. And then we can create a pocket maybe from underneath. Yeah, yeah, we can do actually that. So for that, I will go and grab a smaller paper part of the Climbed collection. And let me just flip through what paper we have here, and we can decide what we're gonna choose. Oh, this is pretty. This is really cool, actually. That actually will look really good together because we have a nice contrast between the paper. Yeah, we can think about that one. Then we have beautiful patchwork here, which also will look good. However, the colors might actually will be a little bit too subtle next to each other. Let's go further. Let's go further. Let's see what else we have here. So many beauties. As you can see, it is a lot beautiful designs there. Oh, I like this one. Really cool. Yeah, I'm thinking about this one. Oh, in fact, I like this one. I like this patchwork. I really like this patchwork, and I like this one. Now I've got the dilemma what to do. I think this is going to be a little bit too striky together. It will be just a little bit too much. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this one. So let me just take it out from the pad. Like that. So we have our beautiful patchwork sheet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to measure what's the depth of the... Oh, in fact, we can actually use this whole piece like this. Yes, and that will look pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim that off just a little bit more, so the beautiful pattern paper like this with the beautiful designs we can actually use for another pocket, for a different flap like that. So I can leave that aside for time being, and that will be just perfectly fine there. So I can just trim this off like there. Okay, great. Okay, so we have the beautiful design there, and as you can see, on purposely I've made a little bit of a edges there, so we can fold them, and we can fold it at the bottom as well, so that way our pocket will have full flexibility, and we have lots of room there to put a photo inside. So because if we trim it to the size like this with our bottom paper, then we have to just cut off like a ½ centimeter for the glue, so our space to put the photo inside will be actually less when we do it like this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just measure like that, so then I know where my pocket will finish, and I think that looks pretty cool like that. So I'm gonna just make a few marks where I need to just score my paper. So I know I need to score it there, and I know I need to score it there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scoring knife and just go through the lines and score it like there. Okay, now this one there as well, like so. Okay, and this one also like there. Okay, beautiful. what I need to do now, I need to just cut a little bit off from my paper. Why? Because I don't want the corners to be too bulky. So I'm cutting with the angle like this. So they're meeting in the center, and then another one as well. And I'm same gonna do on this side as well, like that and like that. Now we can just cut a little bit off on this part as well, where our pockets actually will be sticking with our background paper underneath. So let me just move that away, and we can fold our pocket. So we can just use our, there we go, tools, whatever you have. I like to work with this wooden, it's a butter knife, which I was telling you about this one when I was creating this album itself. If you would like to go back and watch that video, then by a mini can grab the inspiration of the tools I'm using. And of course I will be using the Extra Forte glue. This is a really amazing adhesive, and wherever the glue you have in your stash, then by all means you feel free to go and use it. I think that's really look good together, because we have a bit of a gold there, we've got a bit of a gold there, and I think this is looking really pretty cool together. So I'm going to just stick the elements there like that. Just want to make sure nothing's going to move. Okay, let's squeeze the glue, not coming out. Bear in mind this glue is really thick, so you have to put a bit of a pressure when you're sticking, when you're squeezing the glue out. Okay, here we go. So one pocket, one flap on this side like this. Beautiful. Let me just move that a little bit across like that. Okay, and then this one will go like this as well. Okay, beautiful, like that. Okay, and we can stick our bottom part as well, like that. Okay, beautiful. So as you can see, when we have the glue and we have those flaps like this, our pocket fits in nicely. Let me just grab a piece of paper, or in fact I have a Polaroid photo here, and we can just see how that will fit in. I'm not going to show you the face of the photo because it's my friend's daughter's photo, so I will just show you. This is what we have. So that will be perfectly fitting inside the photo, and then we can decorate our pocket as well later on. So what we're going to do, without any further ado, without much thinking, we're going just to stick our first decorated piece down on our base itself. There we go. That looks really cool to me. So I'm going to just add a bit of a glue around like so, and then just a little bit in center like that, and we can just stick our first piece down. Okay, what I like about this glue, that it's not drying super quick, so you have a bit of a moment to actually move the elements if you're not happy with the placement, and it also dries clear. So if you smudge a little bit the area where you put the glue, then you can just easily clean it off. Okay, so we have our first flap decorated. Let me just bring that closer for you. So we have our first flap decorated. I'm not sure if you can see it properly because it's a little bit dark there, but I hope you're okay with that. So that's our first decorated flap, and as you can see, we can just close it with no problem. We can just maybe move on and create another flap there in the center, and if the time will be still persistent, if it's going to be still okay, if it's not going to be too long, we can just move on and create a third one as well. Okay, so let me just, maybe I can put the light at the back so it's going to be a little bit lighter, so the vision is going to be a bit clearer for you all. Okay, back to you, my beautiful friends. So we can just maybe crack on and maybe use this paper as we go. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna just carry on using from this side. So let me just measure from the base where will I need to cut. And remember, we leaving a small margin on the base itself. Now if you feel you don't want to leave the margin, then by all means you don't have to, but I always like to keep the white margin peeking through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this strip like so, and there as well. Okay, so I have my square, and I'm thinking for this one I can actually add additional flap on the side like so. So then on this flap I can stick the photo there, and it's gonna nicely leave me a space for this center as well where I can stick the photo, and then the flap will be nicely closing. Now let me just take a quick look which paper I can use for the flap, and let me just move maybe from this part. Oh, I like those squares, I think they are really pretty cool. Let me just measure my photo. Oh, in fact they are a little bit larger than the my photo is a little bit larger than the design itself. However, if I go for the large sheets, there we are, I have my large sheet there, and if I can cut one of these designs, I think that will be just a bit too striky with this, so I need to just keep it a little bit maybe cleaner and simpler. I like this one there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just cut the flap, yeah, from this one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not overthinking. Okay. So let me just see where we are at that. So firstly, I'm gonna just cut that out with my scissors, like so. I'm not paying much attention if the lines are straight or not, because as you can see, this one is a little bit bigger than my initial photo, and I would like just to do it like this. Well, in fact, if I keep it on this side and create a flap like that, so much waste there, isn't it? Yeah, so much waste. Right, let me just do it like that. If we did that, then we've got, yeah, I like it like that, if I'm honest. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it like this. So this is going to be my design for the photo. So let me just grab my, oops, my scissors fall off. Let me just roughly sketch the lines where my photo will be, like so. And I will need to grab a white piece of paper for the flap to create, okay? So what I will need a white piece of paper to create that flap. So I have a white piece of paper here, like so. Yeah, and that will be just fairly okay. So what I would need to do, I need to just cut that out without much thinking, if I am honest. If I think too much, then I might change the mind. There we go. So we have our beautiful design, like so. I'm just thinking what I'm going to do. I'm going to do slightly bigger, so I have a nice margin, and then I will be actually able to have the white piece of paper picking through from the design itself, like that. So I'm leaving 2 millimeters, like that. Yeah, that will look pretty cool. That will look pretty cool. Well, in fact, because that's the size of photo, yeah, I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, I was just thinking for the moment, where was I with that? But yeah, I think I'm alright. Okay, so if we have this design there, like so, then we can just use our paper. Let me just trim this off a little bit because it's just not too straight for some reason. Okay, now that's better. And if I will keep this here, so we have a nice margin on the edge like that. And if I trim this just here, then I will have a nice placement there to stick it to my design. Okay, here we are, we're working through. I like this birdie on the front page. Now let me just quickly measure it. Yeah, we are good with that. Let me just measure that at the back. And if we stick our photo there, yeah, that will look pretty cool. Yep, okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this like that. Let me just measure where I need to make a scoring line, just there. Okay, let's do the scoring line. Okay, like that. Now if you worry about any pencils marks, then you can always grab a rubber and just rub it off. Simple as that. Okay, so we have our flap coming along. Now what we can do, of course, we can cut our edges a little bit like that, so they will be just nicely holding underneath our design paper, like there. Okay, cool. Yeah, and this one here on top. Yeah, I like that. Things look pretty cool. So let me just rub off the pencil. Okay. Let me know how you're finding this tutorial. Let me know if you're enjoying it, this steps by steps, how you can create the album from scratch without many tools around, without actually buying too many stuff, just using whatever you have in your stash. And I'm hoping this is something what is actually beneficial for you all, and I hope you actually enjoying that kind of a tutorial, like it's like a live class with you, because I was asking if you might want to have a class with me. Now I have a good news for you. I'm working on something behind the scenes, and soon I will announce it to you, so I'm hoping that some of you will be able to participate and will be able to do the workshop together with me. But everything will be announced, so don't worry, don't panic yet. I'm working on that at the moment, so bear with me on that. And of course, if you would like to take a part in the workshop, then by all means, everything will be announced soon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going just to stick this down. Wow, in fact, I like that at the back as well. Yeah, I really like that too. Life tree. Let's have a look. To be honest, yeah, I like that one. That one better than to be honest. The see last moments, I've changed my mind. And you probably will be saying, oh, she decided that way, but now she's changing it. And that's okay. That's okay, because we haven't sticked anything down yet. We can still decide. And because this pattern paper is so busy, it's so many so much happening on the paper, on the design itself, we can always just reverse it back and we can just decide from there. We don't have to just, stick it down and then maybe saying, oh, maybe the other side is better, maybe not, blah blah blah. So you can just take things slowly and you can work your own pace, whatever works for you, right? I like that there. And then I can just maybe do a bit of a decoration there. Yeah, I like that. So let me just stick my flap like that. As you can see, I'm not really precise with eyeballing, with measuring everything, super into details or anything. I'm just eyeballing the size where I will be sticking my flap. So I have my flap glued down. What I can do, I can stick this down now without really overthinking. Like so. Okay. Okay. Let me just hold my flap for a moment. Like so. Yep, and that looks good to me. Now what we can do, we have a nice white space inside, so we can, this is the place where we can stick our photo, so we can decorate on top and we can stick our photo there as well. So in fact we can use 2 photos there. Let me just show you what I mean. So we can stick 1 photo there and we can stick 1 photo there as well. So when we've put the flap down, our photo will be nicely just covered like so. Now we can add a little bit of an interest there as well, and that's something what we will do later on. For now we can just decide on the patterns of paper what we can use at this point. Okay, and I think I will just go and create one more flap for today, the bottom one. Okay, and I think it will be cool to make a pocket on this end like so. So I'm thinking I will go back to my beautiful, this goldish bluish paper. So these kind of like gonna be in pattern. So we've got something lighter, we've got something darker there, like that, and this is gonna be really pretty cool. Let me just cut that straight because it's just bugging me, it's not too straight. Okay, so we can obviously leave a little margin there. We can just make a mark where we're gonna cut our paper like so. Okay, so we have our beautiful paper like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to maybe, this is looking pretty cool, I like that. Yes, I like that. However, I also like this design there, and I think I will go for this one. So what I will do, I will cut this design. So what I will do, I will just cut that in half like there. Okay, so I purposely leave that little margin on side. So this is why my back to you, I had to clean my memory card because it was full and it was flashing. I'm not sure where we finish recording. However, we are going to do this pocket for the last flap, and I don't want to keep you too long for today class, workshop, whatever you would like to call, or tutorial, simply because I would like you to enjoy the process and actually have time to work in your own pace, and wherever you're ready, then we can move on and we can create another piece together. So what I'm going to do, I'm just marking the lines where I need to score it, so then I know where my elements will be going, like so. Okay, that's one, and this is the second one, just there. There we go. Just make sure everything goes in nicely. Okay, perfectly. So what I need to do, of course, I will just cut a little bit at the angle like so. There we go. Like that. So we can just score our flaps like that, and we can just use the glue and we can glue it down. I like this paper pattern, it's really cool, and I hope you like it too. Okay, so we can just go and stick those down like so. Okay, that's one of them, and that's the second one like that, and this bottom as well, like that. Okay, and we can just stick it down our beautiful last, like this. Okay, yeah, and this is gonna be everything for today. So I hope you're catching up on work. I hope you are able to take a time and rewatch the videos if you stuck on any off steps, and we will be continuing on this album in another chapter. So here we go, and this is there. Okay, so let me just give a close-up what we have. So we have the top one with the pocket like this, beautiful. Then the center we have the flap like this, and the bottom flap we have the pocket in a vertical way. So let me just close that up like so. As you can see, even though we've added a bit of details there inside, we're still able to close the album nicely, and this is the reason why we've done those what you calling extension, shall we call it extension, a little bit wider. The reason, because if we would not do them, if we will be closing our flaps, then our album will get very bulky and we won't be able to keep it straight. It will just go all wonky, and this is the purpose. So there we go, that's our flaps for today. Till the next time, my beautiful friends, we will be working on another 3 elements there. Okay, till the next time, bye for now.